Welcome to GED Math in 30 Days. I'm your host. My name is Jeremy Tinsley. I'm an adult educator for the last 20 years. Hopefully you enjoyed my videos. And today I'll be showing you how to graph a line from slope-intercept form. Today I will be showing you how to graph a line from slope-intercept form. Fairly easy. If you watch my other videos, you should be able to find the slope and the y-intercept from an equation of a line. If you don't, I'm going to review it momentarily. So let me increase my zoom here so we can get one question in view. Okay, so let's look at number one. It says our equation is y equal minus 7/5 x minus 3. Now, for the most intents and purposes, they will not have you graph on the GED exam. But what they will is you'll be able to look at a graph and find the slope and find the y-intercept. So you need to be able to sketch a line from an equation. So we're going to do both ways. So first of all, you should notice that this equation is in slope-intercept form. And slope-intercept form is y equal mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. It's very important for you to know. So slope is the steepness of a line. Y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. Again, the slope is the steepness of the line, and the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So what do you think the x-intercept is? The x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So the definition is in the word y-intercept, where it crosses. Intercept means to cross, where it crosses the y-axis. So if you look at this here, we're going to identify the slope. So whatever's in front of my x, negative 7/5. So negative 7/5 could be negative 7/5, or it could be 7/5. We want to keep that in mind because we need to know our y-intercept and where we need to go, up or down. Okay, so our y-intercept is -3. That easy to be able to find your slope and y-intercept from an equation of a line in slope-intercept form. So the first thing we're going to graph is the point that we know, the y-intercept. We know that it's going to cross the y-axis at -3. So that's going to be our first point. Right there, that easy. Your first point is done. And now we're going to use our slope to get our second point. So the first slope that we have has -7/5. We can't go down 7. There's no more room on this graph for us to go down 7. So we cannot use the -7/5. We must use the +7/5. That makes our rise +7. That means we're going to go up +7. So 1, 2, oops, that's black. Let's not use black. Let's change the green or some other color. Let's do blue. So we need to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our rise. Our run is -5. So we have to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our second point is right here. So we went +7 and -5. And then what we have to do is connect those two lines. Okay, I don't know how accurate I can get from here, but let's try it. Okay, I'm a little off, so let me get that right. Let me see how close I can get it. Let's see how close I can get it. Right there. There we go. So that's how you would graph a line from equation in slope-intercept form. Very easy. Identify your slope, identify your y-intercept. The first point is going to be your y-intercept. It's going to be somewhere on the y-axis. To get to your second point, you're going to use the slope or the constant rate of change. So in this case, it was -7/5. Unfortunately, we couldn't go down 7 because we'd have been off the graph. So we have to use 7/5. So our rise is +7 and our run is going to be a -5. We then connect those 2 points to make a line. So that was the first example. Let's clear the screen. Let's go to another example. Again, a negative slope tells us we're going down from left to right. Let's try another one. Let's try one with a positive slope. Okay, there's one right there. I love it. I love it. There's one right there. Okay, so we know our slope is positive. So we know from left to right, it's going to be going up. Okay, so again, we want to identify what we know. That's for every GED question. Identify what you know. You don't have to get nervous during this exam. These videos will prepare you for every single question you can possibly have on a GED. But you don't get nervous. You go, you take a deep breath and you say, you know what do I know? So I have an equation. So I know it's in slope-intercept form, which is y equal mx plus b. What I know is whatever in front of my x is my slope. So I know my slope is 1/3. I know what's left, if it's in slope-intercept form, is my y-intercept, which is -4. So therefore I have my slope, which is 1/3, which is my rise over run. I know my y-intercept is -4. Okay, so I know my first point on my graph is going to be my y-intercept. I know what that point is because I know the definition of the y-intercept, where my line crosses the y-axis. So my first point is going to be right here on the y-axis at -4. That easy. Now we're going to use our slope to get any other point on this line. So for example, our slope is 1/3. That means we're going to go up 1 and we're going to run 3. So up 1/3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we went up +1, that's our rise. We went over +3 is our run. Now we're going to take our line and we're going to connect those 2 points. This is the main reason why you will not have to graph on the GED. You will not have to graph, but you do have to know what information you can get from a graph. You have to know where the line crosses the y-axis is your y-intercept. You have to know. You at least need 2 points to find the slope using rise over run. So let's check it to make sure we're right. Let's change it to blue. Up 1. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. So let me change to an arrow. So up 1/3. 1, 2, 3. If we want to go find the next point, up 1/3. 1, 2, 3. Now we can't go over, but look, it's right on the line. That's what the slope means, a constant rate of change. Okay, let's do one more before we leave today. We want to find the slope. Let's use, oh, I love this one. I love this one. A lot of people make mistakes on this one. Again, what I also want to tell you is that, let me change my color back to red, a horizontal line. If you have a horizontal line, which is like this, and it goes straight across. Now, I wanted that to go through 2, so let me change it a little bit. Okay, so the equation of this line is real simple. Y equal 2. Okay, it's a horizontal line. Our slope is 0. Okay, so if you had a horizontal line, for that example I've just showed there, I drew the line through, y equal 2, our slope is 2. Okay, let me clear the screen. If we have a vertical line, which is a line going up and down, okay, the slope or the equation of this line is x equal 3. Doesn't matter what y is, x is always going to be 3. So the equation of this line is x equal 3. Now, because it's a vertical line, our slope is undefined. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so that's not a lesson for today, but I know a lot of people make mistakes on those 2 things. So a horizontal line, your slope is 0. A vertical line, your slope is undefined. Let me clear the screen and let's look at this problem. So again, we look at this problem. What do we know? What is given? Y equal mx plus b. Our slope, since you don't have a coefficient, our slope is -1. Our y-intercept is +3. The first line we're going to graph it is on our y-intercept +3. Our slope, our rise over run, a whole number can be changed to an improper fraction by just putting it over 1. So if your slope is 3, if your slope is 4, if your slope is -3, okay, to turn your slope into an improper fraction by putting it over 1. So our rise is -1, so we're gonna go down. Our run is 1. That's our second point, and now we connect the lines, connect the points. That easy. That is how you graph a line from slope-intercept form. Slope is -1, y-intercept is +3. Now, one last thing. What is the coordinate pair for our y-intercept? Because it's on the y-axis, or where our x is equal to 0, our ordered pair for our y-intercept will be 0, 3. I want you to understand that's also a very important fact. Even though y-intercept is 3, the coordinate pair will be 0, 3. That's what the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. Whatever you get for y is your y-intercept. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you a lot. So again, this is how to graph an equation from slope-intercept form. Make sure you check out my website, passgedmath.com. I have an incredible ebook that shows you how to solve the most difficult problems in less than 1 minute using the TI-30XS Calculator. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you comment so I know if this video helped you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.